What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of Make It Make Sense. I'm your host, Bottles and Beers. Today, we're going to be speaking about a few fragrances that you can wear as signature scents for this winter season, I should say. Just keep it locked. We're going to get right into it. Pow! All right, first up on the list, we're going to bring from the house of Dior. It's Dior Homme 2020. Focus. This one right here, I actually want to start off with this one because as far as signature scents, this is by far one of the most versatile scents that you can wear in any season. I mean, whether it's summer, fall, spring, or winter. Basically what you get with this one, you get some pink pepper. It's a very woody fragrance. Get some cashmere woods. It's very musky. It's a lot of woods in here, actually. That's one of the main accords that you're going to get from this one. Very aromatic. You do get some patchouli in this one. I mean, you can dress this one up, you could dress it down, you can wear this in any setting, whether it's date night, whether it's business, casual, going to the grocery store. This one works for everything. It's an element note in here that gives it, I don't want to say powdery, but somewhat in between powdery, woody. Again, it is citrusy in the background. It's not, I don't want you to, when I say citrusy, I want you to think like summertime or a bunch of lemons or anything. I want to say it's some bergamot in this one, but it is further in the background. Like I say, for the most part, it's pretty woody. But yeah, get your nose on this one. Dior Homme 2020. All right, next up, we have from the house of Zahara, we have Signature Tobacco. This is one of my favorite scents to wear in this kind of weather. With this one, you get a bunch of vanilla, honey, and tobacco, hence the name Signature Tobacco. Very balsamic, powdery style of a scent. It's quite creamy, quite woodsy. You do get an amber accord in here. It's not too sweet, but the sweetness is definitely there. But it's a real well-rounded style of a scent. And I put this on the list mainly because of the versatility. Again, you can wear these type of scents in the wintertime. It's strong enough to cut through the cold, but they pretty good for any scenario. Again, whether it's work or out on a date or any of such matter, anything like that. But you get a nice, sweet vanilla tobacco style of a scent. Can't go wrong with this one. Again, from the house of Zahara, you have Signature Tobacco. All right, next up on the list, we have from the house of Frank Olivier, we have Oud Touch. All right, first with this one, what I'm definitely going to tell you all is this is definitely for an older demographic. I would say at least minimum 28 and up, probably even 35 and up. I say that due to the harsh oud that's in this one. A lot of people is getting more familiar with the note of oud, but oud get used in a lot of different facets. But in this one, I can say it is quite animalic, very pungent, very barnyardish, as they say. But if you are accustomed to that type of oud, I think you would like this one. It is signature scent worthy. Definitely go light on the sprays. It is very powerful. Last, I would say 24 hours in all honesty. But with this one, you get a nice amber accord, some rose. It's powdery, warm, spicy. It is some patchouli in this one. It's a tad bit fruity, but when I say that, I don't want you to think that it's sweet in any facet. it's a very pungent sweetness, if that makes sense, from that oud accord. But again, this is for the older demographic, but a very different style of versatility, especially for the cold weather. I think this would be perfect. Again, from the house of Frank Olivier, you got Oud Touch. All right, coming up next from the house of Gucci, we have Gucci Intense Oud. All right, this is a different style of oud. I know a lot of time when people hear that note, they think it's automatically that strong barnyard style, but this is actually easier to wear type of designer oud. It's not sweet, but this is a very, I want to say elegant, but it's still versatile. It's not, you don't necessarily have to dress up too much with this one. It do lean a little more towards dressing up, but again, not necessarily suit and tie or anything like that. You know, nice polo shirt, some jeans, that'll be perfectly fine with this. This is more of a dark, spicy, leathery style of a scent. I mean, it's very good for the wintertime. I would probably recommend this strictly for winter and fall, but it did make the list. Just because of, could you wear this as a signature scent? I believe you can. It has a nice amber accord to it, quite smoky, and it would stand out. But at the same token, it's easy to wear, non-offensive to anyone. Probably give this a shot. Again, from the house of Gucci, you have Intense Oud. All right, we're getting closer to the end of this list. Next up, we have from the house of Tom Ford, we have Noir Extreme Parfum. Now, this is one of my favorites, this one and the regular Noir Extreme. But for the wintertime, I do prefer the Parfum. It's more rounded, has a little more depth than the original. But with this one, I mean, right off the jump, you get this powdery but dark vanilla style of a scent. You do get a strong, prominent note of coffee. If you're not familiar with coffee, it's basically it's an Indian dessert, I believe, like an ice cream dessert. But the smell of coffee is very, very strong in this one. Now they had citrus in the notes of this one. I'm not gonna lie to you, I don't get any of that. I do get a lot of amber, some woods, but yeah, you do get some leather in this one. This one is a very sophisticated signature style scent. I still wanted to put it on this list because as far as signature, this will stand out. People will know you are in the room, but it is, I would have to admit, it is more of a sophisticated style of a fragrance. But again, not necessarily suit and tie, nice polo shirt, blazer jacket, something like that, of that nature, turtleneck sweater, this will go perfectly fine. Again, from the house of Tom Ford, we have Noir Extreme Parfum. All right, coming up last but not least is one that I hold a very special place for in my heart. A lot of people know. For those that don't know, this was actually a fragrance that I requested from my son, who passed before Christmas. I had asked for this as a Christmas gift, but he had passed before we could get to that. So yeah, I hold this one quite dear to my heart. I only wore it one time. I actually wore it on Christmas in memories of him. But with that being said, we have Second Soul from the house of Zahara in collaboration with Justin Copeland. If you're familiar with him, Second Soul. Now this one, again, I only wore it that one time, and did I enjoy it? With this one, you get a powdery, white floral, slightly boozy in the beginning. I mean, it's a fougere style of a fragrance. Has that barbershop feel. It's a very ambery, citrusy, a tad bit earthy. But what I can say with this one, upon initial sprays, it comes off more powdery, more fresh style of a scent. But when later on in the day, the dry down is where the magic happens with this one right off the jump. It actually caught me off guard. Everything it seemed like it got much darker, much richer. That boozy accord, I don't know if it's from rum or whiskey, but that boozy accord became very prominent, a tad bit darker, not as fresh. It turned more elegant. I mean, it did almost a complete 360 on my skin. I can't speak for everyone else, but again, later on in the day is where the magic happened with this one, and I'm looking forward to wearing this immediately. I feel this is a very appropriate, versatile style of a signature scent for the wintertime. Again, if you do get a chance to, I'm pretty sure this is close to being sold out. So if you are interested, you probably want to try to get a jump on it. Again, from the house of Zahara in collaboration with Justin Copeland, we got Second Soul. All right, that's gonna do it for this go round, this episode. I appreciate you all for watching. Again, hit that like button, that subscribe button, and turn those notifications on so you would know when another video gets uploaded. And until next time, I'm your host, Bottles and Beers. Catch you later. Pow.